I love the song. I found it by accident because last episode I was actually talking about MIA. A colleague of mine was like, MIA dated Diplo. If you don't know Diplo does a lot of like house, mixy, moomba, whatever. He's a little controversial though because I genuinely thought this gentleman was a black man for a long time because Diplo on all his videos has this cover and he's like this really beefed up, kind of like, black Jamaican, perhaps. I think Jamaican. Superhero. So I was confused as hell. So anyways, in relation to that, I was kind of sifting through the internet. I was looking at MIA. Then I found this video and I was like, this is it. This is amazing. So yeah, Rudimental. I was really moved on it at a couple levels. I mean, here's a BMX rider whose livelihood is based on BMX and he gets his leg amputated. That was intense. B, I wasn't a BMX rider. I, however, played many, many hours of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on Nintendo 64. Kind of made me think I was a rider, and I actually was brave enough to, buy a pair of Jingo jeans. So yeah, we're talking about BMXing, we're talking about this stuff, but it's a really intense video. I mean, you see him waking up in the hospital, you see him with his friends, and then to me, this is really a story about bros getting together. And I think a group of men helping each other through this really hard time, BMX or not, is really emotional, really, really moving. So yeah, I think that's just like absolutely amazing. And I thought that video was incredible. So I'm happy we got to watch that together. I do confess, I've been hit by a car and I was driving down this main road in where I went to high school, and this van just kind of rolled through a stop sign, but rolled as in like 15 miles per hour, and it hit me. And I don't remember the point of impact. I did have a very out of body experience, and I remember actually seeing myself flip over this car. So for me, watching that accident on TV just kind of gave me a whole different perspective. Why did I just not go underneath the car, but I actually went over the car? I didn't realize how much that really saved my life. So yeah, thank you, Rudimental. I love that video. I love their sound. It kind of reminds me of like Prodigy from the 90s. It's really awesome and inspirational. So thank you for that video. So we're on. So that was a little bit of healing and art. So in the name of healing, I actually wanted to bring up an exercise that I was thinking about because my week has been really hard. It's the first week of classes, so not only professionally, personally, but also academically, I'm really, really busy. So I wanted to introduce something to you guys called the self-care plan. So for me, when I have done a lot of work, energetically, physically, emotionally, cognitively, you name it, in figuring out what I need to do to take care of myself. It's not a selfish thing. But I mean like self-care, you grow up, your parents aren't there to wipe your baby bottom. You got to be the parent to your own inner child. So this is kind of what self-care is about. And I actually that was a surprise. Let me go to DocCam. So I pulled up this really awesome self-care plan. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this. So pretend Ignacio wasn't there, but this is, a self-care plan. So let's talk about it. So what are the areas of self-care? You have mind, body, and spirit. So in aligning these things, what do we need to do? And also what I love about this particular self-care plan is that it's fully equipped with a list of supportive people in my life. This is hugely important because everybody knows they have the girlfriend or guy friend they go to cry on. Everybody knows that, your mom's, your mom or your dad, you may have a good relationship with a guardian. They may go talk to you, but you can't talk to them necessarily about everything. So this is a really awesome exercise into like what to do. And I love the examples and kind of his accomplishments. So supportive people in my life, what I need to do, and also I want to accomplish the following. So Ignacio here, for the body, he says tea, exercise, nourishing food, sleep 8 hours. I think this one is like hugely important. Everything in moderation. Fun is awesome. That's kind of what I want to bring on the show too. Not just talk about spiritual healing, but fun. If you go online, actually, You can find a lot of these resources online, and you could do what's called a maintenance self-care plan worksheet, which I really love. And I think it's really important to have on hold. And I think it's really important to have so you can see kind of ways through time where self-care evolves for you, because it's not always stagnant. It's not always the same thing. You know, so it goes here, mind, body, emotions, and spirit. So this one adds a little bit of emotion. So, you know, current, so we can reflect on like, what do you do currently? What can you do? And kind of others. So, and also different areas of your life, work, relationships. And what I like about this one is other. So you can really, really define what you're doing, and you can really just kind of like, you know, you can practice this, and you can say to yourself, what are your barriers to maintaining my self-care strategies? How will I address these barriers? What will I do instead? And negative coping strategies I would like to use less of and not at all. So this I actually just got from the internet by Googling self-care plan worksheets, and I would implore you to do the same. And I'm actually gonna work on this. I wanna work on this. I'm not gonna do it live on air. Actually, BeLive is live, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you in this video. And while you guys are watching this video, I'm gonna work on a little bit of this. So let's do a little bit of exploration. Let's have a little bit of bravery here, live on air. And in the meanwhile, because part of my self-care plan is laughter and happiness and being embodied in my emotions, I'm gonna show you this video while I kind of work a little bit on my plan. So let's cue this up. This is for comedic relief. This is called the Drake drink. Part of my self-care plan actually for this weekend was abstaining. Let's go back up to the camera. Part of my self-care plan for this weekend was actually abstaining from the Super Bowl. I'm not into the commercialization. The Coca-Cola video was going on. I just wanted to kind of be at peace and be with myself. So I still believe in entertainment though. And so we're gonna bring you this drink. We're gonna bring you a video called the Drake drink, which I've been trying to show you forever. While I work on some self-care strategies. So let me do a little bit of the hard work, bring it back to you guys. For now, just sit back and enjoy this following video. It's a parody on Drake, the rapper, the artist, an inspiration in the most guilty pleasure way possible. All right, let's cue this up. Enjoy.
Man, that really suck these days.
Why is that?
So this girl from Brampton just played me again. Getting all these racist comments on my videos. Zayn Malik. He's everywhere. I hate the living shit out of him because he's so beautiful, and I wish I looked like him.
You wanna look like Zayn Malik?
No. Yes.
Here, man. Try this.
The hell is this?
It's Drake.
Man, what the hell is Drake?
The Drake drink. It turns into Drake. You start rapping about your insecurities and your love life. It's therapeutic. It's supposed to make you like feel better about yourself or some stuff, you know.
So the stuff actually works.
Yo, but don't take too much. It has a nasty side effect.
Yeah. Okay. All my exes leave Texas, they from Hot Lake. Give me a heartbreak, cause there was all snakes. And now they be tripping cause I'ma be clipping, no baby willing cause I'ma be clicking. I'm on my business and I'ma get tripping, but that's okay, cause now my name is Drake Drizzy. R.I.P. to Swizzy. Be real, this train kinda makes me feel dizzy. Tastes like piss and it ain't even fizzy. Hate is common, my videos calling me a terrorist. Became friends with their dads, now I'm like their favorite. I know way too many people here right now that I probably met last year that were kinda cool. So hot they call me Miami. Free throw, fans waiting on my next release. Keynote, flow so crazy trying to sign me. Bebo, punch you in your boner, Robert De Niro.
Whoa. Oh my god, that was amazing!
Yo, it's good, right?
I feel much better!
Don't take any more.
I didn't even get to the chorus yet!
Yo, man, don't.
Too late now!
Oh, get that dude that you think you found, that you think you found, that you think you found. Oh, oh. Yo, he's kinda ugly. Zayn ain't even all that girl. I'm so much better looking than him. And he's probably into men. Drake, I ain't give you shit, yo.
I realize that has a couple of expletives, so I'm sorry, I'm taking that one off. But yeah, so check out Just Rain in your own time. Basically, he does this little parody of Drake where he has this Drake drink that makes him confident and rap about all his emotional problems. So I'm sorry if that had an expletive. I'm really, really sorry. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's brown. It's beautiful. It features Just Rain. He's doing a lot, and I also relate to his personal story and follow him on Instagram, which is really exciting. Because he just grew up really bullied and kind of isolated growing up in Canada and created this awesome YouTube channel. So I draw a lot of inspiration from him, and I can see we have about a minute and a half left for the show. So I was feeling awful. So part of my self-care plan actually includes communicating. So in communicating and naming my feelings, I feel like I took care of myself tonight, and I got to share that with you guys, which really means a lot to me. And I really, really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I have to do a little bit more thought on this self-care plan, because I realized that my self-care plan has actually changed, because a lot of what I wanted to implement for self-care, like eating healthier, finding creative outlets, I've actually discovered through CCTV. Not doing diets, but just actually cooking earthy, awesome foods that I like, including topping it with cheese. So what I'm going to do is next episode, I'm actually going to start with this self-care plan, and I'm going to share this with you guys. Because creating it has, it's a lot. It's a lot to think about the negative things that are standing in your way of taking care of yourself. It's an intense process because it takes humility, because, you know, you could be oppressed, you could be having a conflict, but at the end of the day, you have choices. So I hope you guys make really good choices for the rest of the week. If you haven't, I hope you forgive yourself and don't feel shame. You reach out, you call a friend, you do emotional check-ins, you laugh a little bit, you know, and you have some fun. And yeah, I'm really happy that you guys joined me here tonight. I'll bring you guys more material next week, and thank you so much for tuning in.